that pattern? Well, number one, we start to recognize when we're in the God mind. We get those moments as ahas, and we start to hear our conscious say, get out of there, get out of there. We can start to talk to it and say, wait a minute, shut up, be quiet, sit down. You know, I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to be in this place, and it's okay. It's safe. So everything happens. When I think about us being tapiocas in this field, we're dreaming this whole thing. It's all a dream. You need to. So how do we change the dream? We come in and we have this script and we dream this dream. And so we're going to live it out, whatever it is. I have a son who lives in total poverty. And he keeps himself, every time he gets a little bit of money, it goes. And he goes, I don't know what happened. I said, because that's your wall of Jericho. That's your number. You can't let yourself go past that. You get up, you feel a little peace, you feel a little good, you feel in your God mind. You gotta go right back because you were brought up like that. I brought you up like that.
Gotcha.
You know,
Wow.
I taught you we don't have enough. It's not enough. We can't do this. We can't do that. I said, so you gotta get rid of that script.
Yes, ma'am.
So the way that I've been doing it is by changing the script with affirmations, but it's different than when Louise Hay taught us affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
It's abundance pours into my life. Abundance pours into my life. It flows into my life constantly, filling up and spilling over. All my savings accounts are full of everything. Abundance pours into my life. I am an absolute magnet for everything that belongs to me by divine rights. Everything. So I say these constantly, hundreds of times a day. And then I have to put action to that. And the action is I live like that. I never say I don't have enough. I never say all I have is 2 quarters rubbed together. I say, wow, I have 2 quarters. Let me give you 1.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I am wealthy. I say, I have it. If I ever get into that fear, I have a school on that I've had for 1,000,000 years. And it grows and grows and grows bigger because I pay what, I've always paid just what I could afford, and it was never enough, and so the interest grows. So what was $80,000 is now like $300,000. So I've been saying the affirmation, there is no debt in God's mind. No debt. All my debt is wiped out through grace in a miraculous way. I've been saying this over and over again. But, so what happens is, they send me this little form that says, you can now apply for income-based payment. For a whole year, I had no payment I had to make. None. I was so free. So this year, it came up again. So I filled it out again, to send in. And I kept looking. I kept thinking, I don't know if this will work again. I kept saying the affirmation, there is no debt in God's mind. But inside of me, I kept looking for the thing on the email that was going to tell me how much I'm going to have to pay. Even though I was saying the affirmation, I was doubting. So what did I get? A payment. It's not very high, and I can pay it. But I brought that in, and I went, oh my God, I totally brought that in because I got in my doubt.
Wow.
I totally didn't trust that what I asked for I would get.
Yes.
And I kept looking. There's a story that this woman in New York wanted to sell her furniture. And she had, and it was the middle of winter, and in New York City, and she was on a 3rd floor walkout up, and her friends are saying, there's no way somebody's going to come out here in the middle of winter and buy your furniture. No way. What she did was she polished all the furniture. Everything she wanted to sell, she put in the middle of the living room floor. She did everything, And she never looked out the window. She never looked out the window to say, oh, are they coming? Will somebody come? She knew that she would sell this furniture, and she did.
All right.
I was looking out the window.
Gotcha.
I was saying, I will have, there's no debt in God's mind, and all my debt is wiped out, through grace in a miraculous way. But I was looking out the window.
Yeah.
And so what did I create? The debt. I went, oh my gosh, the power of my mind.
Yes.
The power of my mind. So now I say, Infinite Spirit, open the way for me to live in total faith and trust. Open the way for me to totally trust this shit. Because we are in a dream. Our little tapioca pod floating in the spirit is in a dream. We have a shell around us. We call it the body. But it's a dream we're in. And we totally control it with our mind. Our mind and our words. Our words. Gracie made me this. She should make some and sell them in the store. Your word is your wand.
Wow.
Because she knows I say that all the time. We have to be so cautious of our words.
Very true.
Everything, because we create. In the beginning was the Word. It all began with the words.
Yeah.
So our words, what are we saying? So it's allowing, recognizing when it's here, being in our gratitude for what we have, living as if, in the program they say, fake it till you make it, act as if, give the money out, you have 2 quarters, you give 1 away, You constantly open the way, Infinite Spirit, open the way for me to live in the faith and the trust, to live in it, not to just talk about it, but to live it, totally, to live it. My sister has a job, and her whole company just got laid off. Wow. I said to her, okay, she came home, she's 62, she's got 3 more years to retirement, all this fear and panic. God, I've got these bills, I have this, all this. I said to her, okay, let yourself feel this, because it's important to feel your feelings. Feel the fear, feel the panic, feel the scared. Don't stay there. Just let yourself have it now. Infinite Spirit opens the way for my perfect position now. I want you to say that 100 times a day. And so I texted to her every morning. And she's been saying it. She goes back into work. And this woman calls her on the phone from another department and says, I think we've created the perfect position for you. I said, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to go out and try to get a job. All you have to do is change your mind. You don't have to try to do anything. Infinite Spirit opened the way for people to pour into this shop,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's all you have to do is think it. But that's the hardest thing for us to get.
Sustain it.
And because we're forgetting people. We forget. We make New Year's resolutions. 3 weeks later, we forget them. Yeah. We forget. So we need to remember. And that's what the tools do. My new teacher right now is Florence Scovel Shin that I'm listening to on YouTube. And she has the game of life and how to play it, which is a lot of what I'm talking about. Your word is your wand. Something about success. I listen to these every single morning because I want to remember. And I want to catch myself when I'm asleep. Yeah. And I want to change my words. Yes. And I want to feel the safety and the power of being in the creation.
Yeah.
In the creation.
Yeah.
I want to recognize my walls of Jericho and crumble them down and step over them so that I can expand, open and expand more, because the more I have, the more I give, the more I'm going to share, the more, I'm going to help my grandchildren and everything. And so now my son's starting to stop rolling his eyes when I talk, which is big. You know, oh, there goes mom again. There she goes again, you know. And I feel like I want to say, it's so simple. You don't have to live like this. It's so simple. I wish I had known it when you were babies and I could have taught this to you. But I got it now. And look at my life. I'm creating a wonderful life. A wonderful life. And so, you know, it's like, Infinite Spirit, open the way for me to be here, get this, to understand and know that I am an absolute, money just pours into me. I have absolute abundance in my life, and you know, for everything that is mine by divine right. I deserve it, because God said you can have it.
Yeah.
Come on, just ask.
Wow.
And trust that if you ask, you're going to get it. And it may not be in your time, it might be in mine. And you have to stay in the faith, even if it's in my time.
Gotcha.
Because you may have to put down some walls of Jericho to receive it. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
awesome.
Yeah. So every time, you know, a person calls to pay a bill, there's no debt in God's mind. There's no debt in God's mind. You know? All my debt is wiped out through grace in a miraculous way. You know? And trust that if you ask for it, it's going to happen.
What a beautiful lesson. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be posting this in a couple minutes. And I'm going to just, of course, ask you to just take a look at it. I'm staying off camera on this one. We're just enjoying the conversation. We're here at Urban Legend in Hamilton, New Jersey, and you just heard from Dr. Teresa McReynolds. We had an interview with Doc about a month or so ago, and now we were just talking about abundance and opening up the blocks to our abundance and allowing ourselves to receive, crumbling our walls of Jericho that inhibit our abundance, those blocks that we have in our own minds, and everything, as you just heard, that we receive, we create or not create within our own minds. Everything is right there. So if we allow and we sustain with consistency, be understanding that abundance is ours and we ought to have everything that God intends for us, it shall come to pass. So I thank you by that faith. I thank you. Also, I want Dr. Reynolds to also talk about her upcoming workshop before we sign off on this one. Doc, you want to just say something about the workshop, please?
Okay. I have two things coming up. October 29th is a spiral dance at the UU Church in Pomona. And that's a Weaver's Dance, community dance. So there'll be drumming and dancing and rattling and wonderful, wonderful. It's October 29th. It's Sunday night at 6:30. Children are welcome and appreciated. It's a family experience. Come out and enjoy it. The next thing is November 4th, Magic and Mystery of Mother Earth. It's really down and dirty, getting in. You can find it on my my Facebook page, transformationalwellnesscenter.com, or just Transformational Wellness Center. It's in the event section, and it's really learning how to use the earth and all of her wonderful directions and all of her symbols, her animal spirits and everything, and her crystals and stones and oils to enhance our life and our journey.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Well, thank you, folks, for tuning in. I hope this has blessed you in some way. By all means, like and subscribe down the bottom there. And if you have any comments to share, please, by all means, do so. We always appreciate those, and we'll share some of the ones next time that we've received in the past from some of the other shows. So be blessed, and as always, here at Urban Legend, my name is Brian Johnson. You heard again from Dr. Teresa McReynolds. Peace be you. Be love.